Hello, everyone, and welcome to Learn English with NewPod, the podcast series where learning English is simple, practical, and fun. Today, we're going to show you how to improve your English step by step, right from home.
That's right. This episode is perfect for beginners or anyone who wants to build English skills slowly and confidently without feeling stressed.
I'm Kevin, and I'll be guiding you through easy English practice. I speak slowly and clearly so you can listen, follow along, and try speaking with me.
And I'm Lena. We're really happy you're spending a few minutes of your day learning English with us.
So, Lena, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling motivated today.
Motivated. That's a great word.
Yes, when you feel motivated, it means you have energy and determination to do something. For example, I feel motivated to practice English every morning, or she is motivated to finish her project today.
Exactly. And motivation is really important when you're learning English at home. It keeps you going, even if you're studying alone.
And the good news is you don't need hours of study. Even just 10 or 15 minutes a day can help a lot. Small, regular steps are better than long, stressful sessions.
Totally. So today, we'll go step by step, listening, speaking, reading, writing, and using English in your daily life. And don't worry, we'll keep it simple, practical, and fun.
Yep. And before we jump in, make sure to subscribe and join the NewPod family. That way, you can practice with us every day and see your English getting better little by little.
All right, let's grab a cup of coffee, relax, and start learning English at home together. Let's make it fun and easy. You'll see it's not as hard as it seems. Lena, before we start the exercises, let's talk a bit about why learning English at home is so important.
Yes, many people think you need a classroom or a teacher to improve, but honestly, you can make a lot of progress just by practicing at home.
Exactly. When you practice at home, you can go at your own pace. You can repeat lessons as many times as you want, pause, and try again without feeling rushed.
And it's very flexible. You can practice in the morning, afternoon, or even before bed, whenever it fits your day.
Another great thing is that you can focus on what you really want to learn. For example, maybe you want to improve speaking, or listening, or even writing. At home, you can choose what's important for you.
That's right, and practicing at home helps you feel more confident. You can try new words, new sentences, or even a short conversation by yourself before using them with other people.
Exactly. It's also a safe space. No one is judging you, and you can make mistakes freely. Mistakes are part of learning.
Yes, mistakes are good. They help you understand better and remember things longer.
So, learning English at home is not just about studying. It's about creating a routine, practicing little by little, and building your confidence.
And today, we'll show you easy ways to practice at home. Simple activities you can do every day, step by step, without needing special tools or classrooms.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll see that learning English at home can be easy, practical, and even fun.
All right, Kevin, I'm excited. Let's start with our first step, listening practice at home.
Lena, one of the most important steps for learning English at home is listening practice. The more you listen, the more your brain starts to understand how English sounds, how sentences are built, and even the rhythm of everyday speech.
Absolutely. And the best part is you can do it anywhere. You don't need a classroom or a teacher. Podcasts, songs, short videos, or even beginner-level news are all great ways to hear real English.
Exactly. You can even choose topics you enjoy. If you like cooking, try a short cooking video in English. If you enjoy sports, find a video about your favorite team. This makes learning more fun because it's connected to your interests.
And listeners, here's something really helpful. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Even if you only understand half of what you hear, your brain is learning to recognize sounds, words, and sentence patterns.
That's right. A technique that works really well here is called shadowing. You listen to a sentence, pause, and then repeat it out loud. This helps your listening and speaking at the same time.
For example, if a podcast says, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. and have breakfast, you can pause and repeat, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. and have breakfast. Try to copy the tone, speed, and rhythm as closely as possible.
Even repeating just a few sentences a day makes a difference, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes to speak naturally. Listening doesn't have to be complicated. It's about consistency.
You can also make it part of your daily routine. Listen while you're cooking, walking, cleaning, or even just relaxing. Every minute you spend listening in English is helping you improve.
Another tip is to listen to the same sentence or short audio multiple times. First, listen and just try to understand. Then, listen again and repeat after the speaker. By the third time, your pronunciation, intonation, and confidence will start improving.
And remember, listening is the first step before speaking. Your brain is getting familiar with English sounds, which makes it much easier when you start to say sentences yourself.
So today, we want you to try a simple exercise at home. Pick one short audio clip in English, listen to it slowly, and repeat each sentence aloud. Even 5 minutes a day will make a difference over time.
Yes, the key is daily practice. The more consistent you are, the more natural English will feel. And in the next part, we'll talk about how to turn what you listen to into speaking practice so you can start using English actively in your daily life.
Exactly. Listening is the foundation, and speaking is the next step. By combining the two, your English will improve step by step, all from the comfort of your home. Now that we've talked about listening, it's time to turn what you hear into speaking practice. Lena, do you remember the first time you tried to speak English at home?
Oh, yes. It felt a little strange at first. I would repeat sentences from a podcast or a video, and sometimes I stumbled over words. But the more I practiced, the more natural it started to feel.
Exactly, and that's what we want our listeners to understand. It's normal for speaking to feel awkward in the beginning. The key is to practice little by little every day.
One simple method is to describe your day out loud. For example, in the morning, you can say, I wake up at 7 a.m. I have breakfast. I go for a walk. Say it slowly, clearly, and don't worry about mistakes.
Yes, and you can make it more interesting by adding small details. Instead of just, I have breakfast, you could say, I have breakfast. I eat eggs and drink coffee. This makes your sentences longer and more natural.
Another great exercise is to repeat sentences from what you listened to earlier. Pick one sentence from your podcast or video, pause, and say it aloud. Try to copy the speed, rhythm, and tone of the speaker.
And don't stop at one sentence. Repeat the same sentence 2 or 3 times. You'll notice that your pronunciation improves and you feel more confident.
You can even practice speaking in front of a mirror. It sounds funny at first, but it really helps. You see your mouth move and hear your voice, which makes you more aware of how you sound.
Another tip is to record yourself. Listen to your recording and compare it with the original audio. Don't worry about being perfect. Just notice small improvements. Over time, these little steps add up.
And here's a fun way to practice. Talk to yourself while doing daily activities. For example, I'm cooking rice. I'm chopping vegetables. Simple sentences like this give you practice using English naturally.
Exactly. Speaking practice doesn't need to be long or complicated. 5 or 10 minutes a day is enough to start seeing improvement.
And listeners, remember, the more you speak, the easier it becomes. Listening gives you the sounds, and speaking trains your mouth and brain to work together in English.
That's why practicing at home is so powerful. You have the freedom to make mistakes, repeat sentences, and build confidence step by step.
In the next part, we'll talk about how to combine listening and speaking into a daily routine, so learning English at home becomes fun, practical, and consistent.
Yes, when you combine these skills, English stops feeling like a lesson and starts becoming part of your daily life. Now that we've practiced speaking at home, let's talk about how to combine listening and speaking into your daily routine. Lena, how do you usually fit English practice into your day?
I like to start in the morning. I listen to a short podcast or some English music while I'm having breakfast. Then I repeat a few sentences out loud. It's quick, simple, and I already feel productive.
That's a great approach. The key is to make English part of your day, not just something you do for a few minutes. You can listen while walking, cooking, or even cleaning. Anytime you hear English, try repeating it aloud.
Yes, and don't worry if you can't understand every word. Just catch the parts you can and say them. Over time, your brain starts to recognize patterns and phrases naturally.
Another tip is to use your real daily activities as practice sentences. In the morning, you might say, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I make breakfast. In the afternoon, I work on my project, I take a break, I check my emails. At night, I have dinner, I read a book, I go to bed.
It sounds simple, but repeating your real daily activities in English is very effective. You're practicing sentences you actually use every day.
And you can also combine listening and speaking together. Listen to a sentence, pause, and repeat it aloud. Or imitate the speaker's pronunciation and intonation. This is called shadowing, and it helps your English sound more natural.
Shadowing trains your ears and your mouth at the same time. It's like exercising your English muscles. The more you do it, the smoother and more confident your English becomes.
Try this as a fun challenge. Pick 5 to 10 sentences a day from a podcast, song, or video. Repeat them in the morning, afternoon, and evening. By the end of the day, you've practiced English multiple times without it feeling like studying.
And the best part? You don't need hours to practice. Just small, consistent steps every day. Even 5 or 10 minutes of focused listening and speaking will help your English improve naturally and confidently.
Exactly. Make listening and speaking part of your life. Keep it simple and enjoy practicing English in a way that fits your routine. Let's put everything into practice with a short conversation. I'll go first. Hi, Lena. What time do you usually wake up in the morning?
I usually wake up at 7 a.m. and make my bed. How about you, Kevin?
I wake up at 6:30 a.m. I like to stretch and drink a glass of water first. Then I make breakfast.
That sounds healthy. After breakfast, I usually check my emails and plan my day.
Yes, I do something similar. I review my tasks for the day and make a to-do list. It helps me stay productive.
And in the afternoon, I often take a short walk or exercise for a few minutes. It gives me energy to finish my work.
Exactly. And in the evening, I like to read or watch an English video. It's a nice way to relax and practice at the same time.
See? Talking about your daily routine can be simple. Just use short sentences. What you do, when you do it, and a little extra if you want.
And the more you practice these conversations, the easier it becomes to describe your day in English. You can even do this with a friend or record yourself at home.
Even practicing for just 5 minutes a day will make a difference. Step by step, your English will sound more natural.
So, listeners, try creating your own short dialogue about your daily routine. Start with the morning and go all the way to evening. Repeat it, record it, or say it aloud. Small steps lead to big improvement. Before we finish today, let's take a moment to remember something important. When you talk about your daily routine, keep your sentences simple. You don't need long or complicated words. Short sentences like, I wake up at 7 a.m. or I make breakfast are perfect.
Yes, simple sentences help you communicate clearly and give you confidence. And the more you practice, the more natural it feels to speak English.
That's right. Even 5 or 10 minutes every day can make a big difference. You can describe your morning, your afternoon, or even what you do before going to bed.
And don't forget, You can practice with a friend, with your family, or even by yourself. Speaking out loud and repeating your sentences will help your brain remember them.
Exactly. And listeners, the key is consistency. Little by little, day by day, your English will improve naturally.
We hope you enjoyed today's practice and feel ready to describe your daily routine in English.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe and join the new pod family. That way, you can keep learning English step by step at home, easily and enjoyably.
Thank you for spending time with us today. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, learning English is simple, practical, and fun.
See you in the next episode. Bye for now.